Imagine you're standing on another planet. No spacesuit, no oxygen tank, just you and whatever that world has to throw at you. How long before it kills you? Not in some distant sci-fi future, right now, with the universe exactly as it is. Some planets would kill you in less than a second. One of them, you might actually survive for a few terrifying minutes. And one will surprise you in the worst way possible. We're doing every planet in our solar system. And I promise, by the end of this, you will never look at the night sky the same way again. Here's the thing nobody tells you in school. Space doesn't want you alive. Our solar system is a brutal, hostile, almost incomprehensibly violent place. Earth is the one miraculous exception. This thin, fragile bubble of air and pressure and heat, balance that makes every single one of us possible. Step outside that bubble, you're on borrowed time. But here's what makes this genuinely fascinating. Every planet kills you differently. Some freeze you, some crush you from the inside out. Some just casually boil your blood. We're going in order, starting from the closest to the sun and working our way out to the frozen edge of our solar system. Buckle in. Mercury. Mercury, closest to the sun. You'd think it's the hottest planet. It's not, but it's still trying to kill you, just in two completely opposite ways. On the sunny side of Mercury, the surface reaches 430 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to melt lead. Your skin wouldn't just burn, it would vaporize before you process the sensation. But here's the twist nobody expects. Mercury has almost zero atmosphere. And without an atmosphere to trap heat, the dark side of Mercury plunges to negative 180 degrees Celsius. You could literally be freezing and melting at the same time, depending on which direction you're facing. Survival time without a suit, less than 2 seconds. Your blood would boil, your lungs would rupture from pressure loss, and the radiation? Mercury sits right next to the sun with zero magnetic protection. You'd be absorbing lethal doses before you even had time to register the pain. Mercury is quick. Mercury is brutal. Mercury doesn't negotiate. Venus. Venus looks beautiful from space. Soft, glowing, almost peaceful. It is the single most hostile surface in our solar system. Venus has an atmosphere, but it's the atmosphere from your worst nightmare. 96% CO2. Surface pressure 90 times that of Earth. That's like standing under 900 meters of ocean water. Without a suit, your body wouldn't just struggle. It would collapse inward. The temperature? A permanent, planet-wide 465 degrees Celsius. Day and night, poles and equator. Every single square inch of Venus is the same scorching hellscape. It's actually hotter than Mercury because all those thick clouds trap the heat like the most extreme greenhouse effect imaginable. And if the heat and pressure don't get you, the clouds are made of sulfuric acid. You would be simultaneously crushed, incinerated, and dissolved. Survival time? Fractions of a second. We're talking the time it takes to blink. The Soviet Venera probes, the toughest machines humans ever sent to a planet's surface, lasted less than 2 hours, and they were built from reinforced steel. You are not built from reinforced steel. Mars. Okay, here's where things get interesting. Mars is the planet humans actually dream about visiting. And compared to everything we've talked about so far, Mars feels almost gentle. Almost. The atmosphere on Mars is about 1% as thick as Earth's. That means no pressure support for your body. Within seconds, the gases dissolved in your blood would start forming bubbles, a condition called ebullition. Your tissues would begin to swell. The temperature averages around -60 degrees Celsius. It swings between -125 at the poles in winter and a relatively mild +20 near the equator on a summer afternoon. But here's what really gets you. That thin atmosphere does almost nothing to block ultraviolet radiation. You'd be absorbing cancer-causing UV at catastrophic levels every second you're exposed. Without a suit, you lose consciousness in about 15 seconds due to oxygen deprivation. You'd likely survive, technically, for up to 2 minutes. Unconscious, but alive. That's the most survivable non-Earth surface in our solar system, which tells you everything about how terrifying this whole list is. The asteroid belt. Before we leave the inner solar system, a quick moment. What if you found yourself floating in the asteroid belt? No planet, just space. Cold, silent, empty space. Without a suit, human beings lose consciousness in about 15 seconds. In a vacuum, brain death follows in 3 to 5 minutes. You wouldn't explode. You wouldn't freeze instantly. Space is actually a terrible conductor of heat. You die quietly from lack of oxygen before the cold even had time to finish the job. The asteroid belt isn't dramatic. It's just silence. Jupiter. We're now entering the outer solar system, and Jupiter doesn't just kill you. Jupiter erases you. Jupiter has no solid surface. It's a gas giant, a churning, rotating, storm-soaked monster of hydrogen and helium and methane. If you somehow fell into Jupiter's atmosphere, you'd be caught in wind speeds over 600 kilometers per hour almost immediately. As you descend deeper, the pressure increases. At about 70 kilometers deep, you hit pressure levels that would crush a nuclear submarine like a soda can. Deeper still, and the hydrogen itself becomes liquid, then metallic. There's no surface to land on, no bottom to hit. You just compress and compress until you're just atoms mixed into the planet. Survival time on Jupiter, under 1 second before the atmospheric entry, physics tear your body apart. If somehow you survived entry, maybe 30 to 40 seconds before the pressure kills you on the way down. Jupiter is not a place. It's a sentence. Saturn. Saturn is Jupiter's slightly less terrifying twin. Same deal. Gas giant, no surface. But Saturn has something else going on. Saturn's upper atmosphere is actually slightly less dense than Jupiter's. The winds are slower, only around 500 kilometers per hour at the equator. The pressure builds at a slightly more gradual rate. Does that change your fate? Not really. You'd survive maybe a few seconds longer on the way down. The cold in the upper atmosphere would be extreme, around -178 degrees Celsius. Then, as you descend, the temperature climbs rapidly. You'd be frozen, then crushed, then vaporized, all in about 30 to 60 seconds total. And if you somehow wound up near the rings, Saturn's rings look peaceful and majestic. They're actually chunks of ice and rock moving at nearly 70,000 kilometers per hour. Getting hit by ring debris at those speeds wouldn't kill you. It would disassemble you. Uranus. Uranus is the planet that looks calm, looks cold, looks almost peaceful. Looks can kill you. Uranus is an ice giant, but don't let the word ice fool you. The interior isn't frozen water. It's a super hot, super pressurized slurry of water, methane, and ammonia. The upper atmosphere hits around negative 224 degrees Celsius. That's one of the coldest planetary temperatures in the solar system, colder even than Neptune in some layers. The winds on Uranus can reach 900 kilometers per hour. You'd be frozen solid in seconds. The atmospheric pressure would crush you moments later. But here's the twist that makes Uranus genuinely haunting. It's the quietest killer. No dramatic visuals, no fire, no acid, just cold and pressure and silence. If you had to rank the most disturbing death in the solar system, Uranus might actually be it. Survival time, under 3 seconds. And those seconds are not peaceful. Neptune. Neptune, the last planet, the edge of the known solar system. It is 4.5 billion kilometers from Earth. And it wants to kill you just as badly as everything else. Neptune has the most violent weather in the solar system. Winds recorded at 2,100 kilometers per hour. That's nearly twice the speed of sound on Earth. The temperature in the upper atmosphere is around negative 200 degrees Celsius. You'd freeze before you even registered the wind. Then the wind would tear whatever was left of you into fragments, moving faster than a supersonic jet. Survival time on Neptune? Fractions of a second. But here's the thing that hits different when you think about Neptune. It's so far away that a radio signal from Earth takes 4 hours to reach it. Even if you somehow sent a distress call, no one could hear you for 4 hours. And even then, there's nothing out there, nothing coming. Neptune isn't just deadly, it's alone. Here's what I keep coming back to. We've just traveled through the entire solar system, 8 planets, acid clouds, crushing pressure, 2,000 kilometer per hour winds, radiation, vacuum, cold that's barely above absolute zero. And against every single one of those things, Earth just works. The temperature stays in a range where water flows. The atmosphere is exactly thick enough. The magnetic field deflects the radiation. The ozone layer catches the UV. Everything is calibrated just barely enough to keep you alive. The chances of a planet forming like that? Scientists estimate roughly 1 in 700 quintillion. You are alive on the one rock in the solar system that allows you to be alive on the one rock in the solar system. Sit with that for a second. The next time you walk outside and feel the sun on your face, that's it. That's the whole miracle. Not the sun, not the warmth. The fact that you're alive to feel it. Every planet in this solar system will kill you in ways that are so fast, so complete, and so indifferent that your life wouldn't even register as a footnote. But here, on this one spinning rock, you've survived every single day just by existing on it. That's not nothing. That's everything. If your mind is still somewhere out in the solar system right now, good. That means it worked. Drop in the comments. Which planet's death would you choose if you had to pick one? Because, trust me, this comment section gets surprisingly deep.